Oh, this is from the other day. It's Black Woman is Loud. Um, it, this is so fucked up. There's a black woman in what seems to be a restaurant, and then there's a couple of women seated close to her. And she was obviously, before the video starts, you could assume she was being loud. And one of the white women probably asked her very nicely, because white women are petrified of black women, probably asked her nicely to keep it down, that she was being a little too loud. And black women, if there's what I think, tarantula eyelashes and being loud, they're two favoritist things in the world. Giant, stupid eyelashes that look retarded and being loud. That's your exacta for black women. So this woman just did not want to be told. And in typical loud, violent black woman fashion, she let these women know that she was not to be silenced, and added some anti-white racism in there just for good measure.
Am I quiet enough for you? Am I quiet enough for you? The lady told me to shut up. Man, do you know who the fuck I'm in?
Could you pause for a second? Now look, I'm not there. I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But judging from watching this video and past things I've seen that have involved black women, I doubt, I'm not saying it didn't happen, but I sincerely doubt the white woman just leaned over to that black woman when she was talking and said, "Shut up." I don't see that happening. First of all, if it did happen like that, that white woman would be on the floor right now, knocked the fuck out. That black woman would have hit her. You don't say shut up. So she probably, like I said, nicely asked her to keep it down. And this strong black woman decided, oh, the cat is going to eat my bomber, my Stuka bomber, German plane. Take a seat there, Neo. Good boy. Good boy. There he is. You're going to, Agdaliva, a giant cat. Ah!
Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining.
Mein Führer, the English and Americans have giant cats. Yeah, there it is. Good boy. Yeah, so let's continue here. She wasn't told to shut up. Let's just, please.
Tell me this. We're not quiet. My conversation now, I'm on the phone.
Conversation.
Is up quiet enough? You got hair like them LA, them chicken heads in LA, them old white ladies at the casino. They wear their hair like yours.
Pause. I've never seen race, color, skin color brought into not even a discussion, an argument, a confrontation, a conflict. I've never seen race, skin color come into it more than when a black woman is having a problem with white women or a white woman. They bring up whitey cracker, white woman. Yeah, you white trash, white piece of shit. It's constant. And if that white woman would have said anything like, "Oh boy, well, you black women are always loud." Oh, free reign to smash her fucking head against the bar and leave her bleeding on the floor. Free reign. And then any news story would have had to preface it with the white woman levied a racial epithet at the black woman, who then responded and everyone would go, "Oh, she deserved it." That's really what you're looking at. That's why that white woman did not say shut up to this one. The black woman who, as she says in her own words, was conversating on the phone. I was conversating. I think that's a word. Having a conversation on the phone. I was conversating. So black woman talking on the phone too. I mean, there's another point for the white woman in this little conflict. Black women on phones are the loudest fucking things you will hear. Do you know, I heard this one time at a lighthouse, their foghorn was out. They just put a black woman on the phone in the it saved so many people's lives because the ships, they hear the black woman on the phone and they go, oh, rocks ahead. Let's steer away. Oh, God. And they were holding their ears like it doesn't have to be that loud. We heard it miles away from the rocks. Black women on the phone, the loudest fucking thing you will ever hear. So let us continue after she racially
They wear their hair like yours with
white
the feathers.
woman.
That's why I got so many fucking checks. Bitch, don't you ever talk to me, ho.
Oh,
Fuck is wrong with y'all? Get out my motherfucking conversation one time. Hello. The fuck? I'ma talk, I'ma be who I'ma be. Bitch, the blackest nigga in this restaurant. What's up? What's up? I'm still loud. I scream right now. Ah! Check, please. Why do you?
it so obnoxious. Just so fucking obnoxious. There's no reason for that. She hates white people. She despises white people because she despises herself. Let's be real here. We get a little psychoanalytical with this whole thing. That woman hates herself. She hates that she's black. She's got to put on this front of just pure obnoxious entitlement in order to even get through her fucking day. She sees everybody as a potential threat and everybody as an insult to her. If she's asked to keep her voice down, it's because nasty white women hate her black ass. And that's how she goes through her day. So, you know, she's just unbelievably miserable being around white people. And sorry, you know, they're the majority. It's the better areas to be in are full of white people. So if you're a black woman that doesn't want to trod through the hood and maybe go to a bar where you'll be assaulted or raped or shot, and sorry, you got to be around white people. It's just the way it is. So they tell her to, you know, keep it down, and she loses her fuck mind on the white women. Your hair looks like a woman in LA at the casinos. I'll turn around and go, look at your hair. It's not even your hair. Let me see yours. Let me see your fucking nappy, rubbed off, pulled out because of all the weaves and glue. Let me see all that. Your hair looks like you're in a casino. And say, yeah, let's talk about your hair. Talk about your 9 head. And then big fucking Roy Orbison glasses. There she is, Roy Orbison. Anything you want, you got it. I don't know. Does it end? Does it ever end? Not on my Twitter. Not on my fucking watch. Well, we could stop talking about blacks for a while and get into we could do the thing. That's all the rage. A hurt a real girl, and I just call them real girls. There's and real girls. They're letting play sports with real girls. And a girls' high school basketball team forfeited a recent game after 3 players were injured, including one who was allegedly hurt during a play involving a 6-foot male player on the other team who identifies as female. Why are they allowing this? Why not then just allow a guy to play in the WNBA and just fucking trounce all over the women. Because that's what this is. You're allowing a man to do this. Trans, and it's all just semantic. It's fucking semantic. There are no hormone treatments this dude can take that are going to make him equal in strength and bone mass and center of gravity and height and muscle to any of these poor fucking college girls on this basketball team or anything. We've heard about this, the swimming teams, and you look at these fucking guys, they got upper bodies that look like Mark Spitz during the Olympics. And I probably could have come up with a more recent. Who's that other guy, that swimmer guy? Yeah,
Michael
him.
Phelps.
Michael Phelps. Upper body like Michael Phelps. There you go. And just because they like, oh, I decided that I'm a woman now, so I dress like one, I grow my hair out, and I compete against women, and I win unbelievably, and I hurt them. When I play in a game where if it was dudes, no one would utter a peep, no one would be hurt. It would just be normal contact during a guy's basketball game. And in this case, 3 of these young women are injured. One serious enough where, you know, they had to stop the game and get somebody out there on the court, and then the team forfeited the game because they don't want their kids getting hurt. And they have to do it under the guise of, you know, our players are injured. They can't say we're forfeiting because you have a man playing on your team, because then their school gets picketed and canceled, and all the girls on the team get fucked over. The Collegiate Charter School of Lowell in Massachusetts. Oh, boy, good old Lowell. Forfeited its February 8th game against the KIPP Academy at halftime, with Coach Kevin Ortons deciding to end the game as his roster was getting depleted 4 days before a playoff game, the school said. Fox News reported the KIPP Academy girls team has a male player with facial hair on its roster who identifies as a female. Now, obviously, your hormone treatments are not really doing the job if you're still capable of growing facial hair. So if you're growing facial hair, you're not losing that muscle mass and bone mass and other things that make men much better at physical sports than women. How is this allowed? Oh, my God. KIPP officials refused to confirm the player's gender identification. The KIPP Academy girls basketball team, they got a male player on there, injured the girl. The players received death threats that resulted in KIPP's Friday game against Lynn Tech getting canceled. So they threatened, and then the game gets canceled. Kyle Pelzer, Collegiate Athletics Director, told the Daily Item, what is that? KIPP players didn't have anything to do with the decision to forfeit. The two teams previously played each other on December, and KIPP won that game 36-29. Whoa, really sinking some fucking shots. Collegiate Charter School of Lowell said the team had 3 girls injured in the game. No. And Coach Ortins knew going into the game already because we had them at home the first I don't have no idea what I'm saying. Well, yeah, the team is saying it wasn't the reason they forfeited, and the other team is saying they just forfeited because they're losing team members to injuries because they have a man on the other team. Everyone's so petrified. They're just so fucking petrified of calling this out. A few brave people have done it. There's that girl swimmer that decided to come out and say, this is bullshit. Runners, like girls on running team. You see these dudes, they got these massive fucking leg muscles, and they're running against these petite girls, and they're kicking their ass all over the place. And everyone's petrified to say anything. Is that really sporting? Is that acceptance? Is it really acceptance of a change in a sport? Yes, I accept that men can dress like women, call themselves a girl, and then trounce the opposition when they're all girls in a sport. Are you accepting that, or are you fucking petrified of being canceled and losing your job and reputation and family members, and because you're actually voicing your honest opinion, which is it's insane to let a bulked up man with a fucking girl hair play against women. That's insane. And then you're fucked. So it's not really acceptance. Even the people that are accepting it and pushing for it, unless they're those psychopathic liberals who they're out there. But a lot of the other ones are just, they're petrified, scared shit to come forward and voice an actual opinion on that. Look at this. Look at fucking Kunta Kinte running. Oh my good gracious. Look at the girls way in the back. And this man is just destroying them. Yeah. Great. Good job. Good job, society. Good job, society. Tom out there on Long Island. Maybe Long Island has some sense. Tom, what's up, brah? Trying to be.
Hey, what's up, brother?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, it's not often I will compliment Nassau County at fucking all, but they were the first county in the nation. I think it just got approved today that they're not letting trans athletes compete with girls in high school sports anymore, and it's effective immediately. It's not like it starts next year. It's like right now today. It starts right away.
It's been proven that it's dangerous to the girls on the other team. There was a girl that got her face smashed in by a volleyball from some bruiser man on the other team, and she's still feeling repercussions from that. Trans athletics banned from girls' sports at Nassau County's 100 facilities. Well, look at Nassau County go. Good for Nassau County on Long Island. A county with some fucking sensibility. In the state of New York, which is a real anomaly for New York, maybe not so much for New York State. I know upstate is pretty conservative, but the city gets all the publicity, and they are just a liberal shithole. So, yeah, maybe this will start a trend with other more conservative-leaning counties on Long Island. Good. It's dangerous. It totally impacts the ability for girls to get college scholarships. You got high school sports with some dude competing against girls, and now he gets a full ride at a college, and these girls, the girl that placed second would have been first, and she, loses out on that first place college scholarship. It's fucking ridiculous. And the fact that feminists...
I have a 12-year-old son, so right after I read it, I asked him, like, hey, I showed him the article, and he said, hey, what do you think about this, just based on the headline? He's like, I don't like it. I'm like, all right, what don't you like about it? He's like, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. I'm like, so you think that they kind of should all be able to play together and it's okay? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So just imagine that you have a sister, and she goes her whole life training to be a great swimmer, and then in her senior year, she gets beat by a boy who thinks that he's a girl or pretends to be a girl, and now that person gets the scholarship, it gets go to a great college, it gets all the accolades. Do you think that's fair? And I could see the wheels turning in his head, and after like 10 seconds, he goes, they should just compete with themselves. They should have their own league. I was like, yeah, dude, I agree with you completely.
There you go. And here's the thing with that. They've suggested that those suggestions of their own league have come out, but now all you have are bad to mediocre men competing against each other in sports. So who gives a shit? It would be the worst sports to watch, because you just see guys that aren't very good at their sport playing together dressed like girls. So I don't know, more freakish than anything. Yeah, well, thank you, sir. Get that kid in line.
All right, bro. Cheers.
That son in line, that 12-year-old. Thank you, man. Yeah. My dad, what I could picture, that same, what a nice scene, the dad and the 12-year-old son conversing about current events and very confusing things for a lot of young people. They'll translate. It's a very difficult question. They've been brainwashed to believe that all that is fine and it's everyone's equal. And so when faced with that conundrum of if it was your sister and she's not going to get a scholarship because a man beat her, it starts them thinking, and that's a good thing. And I could just imagine that same question posed to me by my dad, and me saying something like, "Yeah, I don't like that they're not allowing transgender." I would get, I don't like that. Bam, bam. Then on the floor, just as the fuzziness was going away, I would be called a faggot for siding with faggots. That's what our little talk would have been. Me and my dad. That's what our little discussion would have been on that topic. I can't imagine what my father's take on a lot of this. I can imagine. Unfortunately, and maybe fortunately, he didn't live long enough to see all this stuff happen and to see me watching him dealing with things like transgender people and the whole Black History Month. Like, I couldn't imagine my dad. I call him up. How you been, Pop? How are things in California? Oh, good, good. We're just celebrating Black History Month here, son. Oh, the entertaining words and different terminology for Black History Month he would have come up with, and how he'd celebrate it. Sometimes I miss the old man when it comes to things like that. Oh boy, but I'm carrying the torch. I'm carrying the torch for him and doing my best to celebrate things like Black History Month. Oofa, oofa. All right. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. A lot of female cops out there. We see that. That's a whole thing too. There was an instance where, I don't know if you got the actual video. It's a bunch of female cops, or a couple of them, and a black sergeant. They're just they're illegal aliens attack cops. That's the one. Illegal aliens attack cops. There's a migrant refugee center in New York, on Randall's Island, and this is where they can house some of these migrants. Now, I guess these are the migrants that can't stay in the luxury hotels, because those are overflowing with people that Mayor Adams and the rest of the city council and everyone else has put in these hotels and given debit cards with thousands of dollars on it. So you got a few of these people are at Randall's Island in makeshift tents with cots, and a lot of people occupying one space. And I'm sure they don't like it none too much. They're probably talking to their fellow migrants that are staying in a place akin to the Ritz-Carlton with room service. And they're a little angry that they're getting put in cots in a tent. So there are some outbursts. And when security at these places can't handle it, the old dependable strength of the NYPD comes into play. And it's the Keystone Cops. There's a fat black woman in this clip you're going to see that pulls out a baton, not, a little baton. One of it took the place of the old billy club that the cops used to give the wood shampoo with, a metal baton, and she is waving it around. She doesn't look like she knows what the fuck she's doing, because she doesn't. She is not physically fit enough to take care of this situation or help at all. She's not helping at all. She's just lumbering around this fat lump of shit as other people are trying to get control of the situation, and they can't do it. I got a text from Keith the cop when he saw this video, and he goes, I have never seen such useless cops, and that sergeant is completely useless. No one is dealing with this situation like a cop and a group of cops should deal with it. So check out the hijinks. This is what we're dealing with. And remember, we're all illegally. Get that thing out. She's on the radio. She's calling something, and she got a baton out. Here's the security guard. I'm security. I'm security. Now, pause right there. Okay. Now, here's what you see. They're trying to cuff this guy. There's 2 cops on him. What they are not allowed to do is grab this guy by the head and plow him into the ground. That was standard operating procedure. You grab him, you could grab him by the neck, push his head down, and that fucker, his body will follow his head. That is a rule of nature. Where the head goes, the body goes. You put the head on the floor, the body's going to the fucking floor. Whenever I watch recent videos of cops trying to subdue a perpetrator, they have unbelievable trouble doing it because they are only allowed to make contact with this guy's arms and legs, which are flailing at the time, which aren't giving control of his center of gravity or leading him like his head would. You can't touch his body because it could be interpreted as interfering with his breathing. And God forbid you're trying to grab him by the chest and back and your hand slips up to his neck. You're going to fucking prison. And these cops don't want to go to fucking prison. So this is what you get, a struggle, a protracted struggle that puts everyone involved in more danger of injury. There have been more cops injured during these altercations this year than any other year. That's how this shit works. They're not allowed to do what they absolutely need to do. Subdue a perpetrator as quickly as possible. Get him into cuffs, and everyone is a lot safer than when you're struggling on the ground. You got to remember also, all these cops have pistols on their hips. They're all armed. The longer these struggles go on, and the longer this guy isn't cuffed, and the longer the crowd isn't controlled, gives you more time to maybe somebody grab a gun, grab one of these cops' guns, or kick him in the face, or whatever. Getting control of a situation as quickly as possible is priority 1. And these gaggle of incompetent buffoons do not have the capacity to do that. And I feel bad because perhaps one of those cops that are trying to cuff the guy is qualified and knows what he's doing and just knows that he will get screwed if he does what he knows he needs to do, which is bring this fucker to the ground, get him on the ground and get him cuffed. Continue. Doing it's like the Black Statue of Liberty standing there. Look at this. What is she? She's pulling her own man off of the. Why is her hand on the guy's shoulder when he's trying to do his job? Look at this. Look, she just got. She's like, hey, you, get your damn hands off her. She's fucking McFly. Hey. She is abso-fucking-lutely useless. She called more fake, incompetent black women to the scene. Get him out of there. There you go. Get the fuck out of there. Yeah, grab him. Let's go. Oh, now she's going to help. Grab like, look. Throwing shit at the cops. The cops have to be there for a reason. They're incompetent, but why the fuck the next minute, before even another cop car pulls up, a bus should pull up, a few buses should pull up to that fucking tent, load these motherfuckers in, and like old Taco Bell ads, make a run for the border. That should be their next fucking trip, right to the border and thrown the fuck out into Mexico. That's what should happen. But no, they're given accommodations and food and EBT cards and debit cards, and they could hit the police, and the police are incompetent to do anything because of diversity, equity, and inclusion. What a disaster New York is, man. And the whole country, you know. And it's big Democrat-run cities. I love when shit happens in red states, when they go like, oh, look at what happened in the red state. And it's like, meanwhile, the biggest city like Chicago is in there. It's all black Democrat run, and it's a shithole, and it's violent, and it's crime riddled. And they go, look, that's your red state right there. Yeah, we get it. New York City.
So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.